Hey, what's up, YouTube family? It's your favorite melanated brother from Nebraska. Yes, there are plenty of melanated people here in the great state of Nebraska. Today, we're going to read out of a book that I haven't read out of in a while. America is the True Old World, the original Africa. Okay, chapter 18. The biblical ancient Egypt was in the Americas. This video is going to be short. It's not going to be long because I know you guys have things to do. But I know you guys love information just like I love information. So let me go ahead and share it with you. Figure 148 is an image of the Old Testament map of ancient America that shows you Assyria, Iran, Turkey, Babylon, Sumer, Mesopotamia, Moab, Egypt, Texas, and Jerusalem, all in North America. And I'm gonna put that map as the thumbnail to this video. The Old Testament map shows you the state of Texas as being designated as ancient Egypt. I believe that Texas was ancient Egypt, since Texas has a town called Egypt, Texas, and that is a link if you wanted to check that out. In addition, Texas also has a now Texas, which is now extinct, but it used to exist according to the 1907 map of Milam County, Texas, that I shared as figure 349 that shows you now Texas. Let's go check that out, because this is on the previous page, okay? So I don't know if you can see that. And that blue right there, you see that blue? That is now Texas. And this is a map of Milam County, Texas. That shows you now Texas. So let's go ahead and continue to read. I love it. I love information, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and find out where I was. Okay, I circled now Texas in blue ink on the 1907 map for your viewing convenience, because it was hard for me to find at first. I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me too. Additionally, Texas has a Karnak, Texas, which was named after Karnak, Egypt, because of Karnak's alignment with the city of Port Cado was similar to Karnak and Thebes in ancient Egypt. Tharmac is a rural and unincorporated community in northeastern Harrison County, near Caddo Lake in the eastern region of the United States of Texas. The town is named after Karnak, Egypt, near modern-day Luxor. It was thought that the community's alignment with the city of Port Cado was relative to that of Karnak and Thebes, end quote. And right here, Egypt, a country study, 1991 map from the Library of Congress. This appears to be a map of the Americas. Great. So let's go ahead and go to the next page. All right. Lake Cado is one of the largest natural lakes in the southeast at 25,400 acres, and it is akin to the Nile River in Egypt. Due to its alignment with Karnak, Texas, Nile is a Greek word which means great river. Could the city of Port Cado be the biblical Thebes? Yes, very possible, because the alignment matches that of Thebes in Karnak in Egypt. Texas also has a Palestine, Texas, and a Lebanon, Texas, both of which are biblical cities that are heavily associated with ancient Egypt and the children of Israel, aka the Israelites. I also mentioned Palestine, Texas, and Lebanon, Texas, because both biblical places are not far from ancient Egypt if you look at them on a modern or an old map of Middle East region. Palestine in the so-called East is near ancient Egypt and has been the subject of a lot of wars. Located at the junction of Egypt, Syria, and Arabia, and being the birthplace of Judaism and Christianity, the region has a tumultuous history as a crossroads for religion, culture, commerce, and politics. It has been controlled by numerous peoples, including ancient Egyptians, Canaanites, Israelites, and Judeans, Assyrians, Babylonians, Comedians, I butchered that, y'all. Ancient Greeks, the Jewish Hasmonean kingdom, Romans, Parthians, Sassanians, Byzantines, the Arab Rashidun, Umayyad, Abbasad, and Fatimid caliphates, Crusaders, Ayyubids, Mamelukes, Mongols, Ottomans, the British, and modern Israelis, Jordanians, Egyptians, and Palestinians. You guys have to forgive me for butchering that stuff. I know I butchered it. The boundaries of the region have changed throughout history. Today, the political defined region comprises of the states of Israel and Palestine. End quote. Lebanon, Texas is very interesting because of the biblical Lebanon's association with ancient Egypt and its famed giant cedars of Lebanon, aka the cedars of God. Lebanon, Texas is now extinct, but it once did exist, and that is a link for you to check that out. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. The interesting thing about Texas is that it has 5 Egyptian place names, which suggests that Texas was the biblical ancient Egypt. If you can see that right there. There we go. The interesting thing about Texas is that it has 5 Egyptian place names, which suggests that the Texas was the biblical ancient Egypt. Here are the 5 Egyptian place names in Texas. Egypt, Texas. Egypt, Lean County, Texas. Egypt, Montgomery, Texas. Egypt, Warrenton County, Texas. And Little Egypt, Texas, and Dallas County. Let's go ahead and continue really quick. Ancient Egyptian corn was referring to corn mostly from Egypt, Texas. Ancient Egyptian corn was referring to Egypt, Texas, and North America, since corn is indigenous only to the Americas, and since Texas still is a large producer of corn. I am not the only one to think this, since other scholars agree that Genesis 42:1-3, King James Bible, is referring to Texas, Egypt. Egypt's 1827 name change from Mercer's Crossing came from the Bible and originated from Texas of Genesis. End quote. Please avoid the hijack because the town of Egypt, Texas is always named that. Since Mercer's Crossing is nowhere on any of the old maps of Warrenton County, Texas, below is the biblical text referred to in this paragraph. And as you can see, Jacob told his sons to go to Egypt to buy corn. Wow. Now, when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, why do ye look one upon another? And he said, behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. In figure 325, structures in the Grand Canyon align with Orion. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. Now, if it can be proven that biblical Jacob is from North America, that will be the icing on the cake, since that means that Jacob told his sons to go to Egypt, Texas, in North America to buy corn, and not Egypt in North Africa. Let's go ahead and finish the chapter out. The biblical Jacob or St. Jacobs is from Jacob, Illinois. The biblical Jacob or St. Jacobs from Jacob, Illinois, since Jacob, Illinois was named after St. Jacobs. Let's go ahead and move that over a little bit. Jacob, Illinois is even nicknamed God's country. And there is a link which indicates that Jacob, Illinois used to be a very spiritual place, or what you would call a promised land or a holy land. Structures in the Grand Canyon align with Orion. So check this out. Really good information, guys. Let's go ahead and finish this out, and I'll let you be on your way. We also have a St. Jacob, Illinois. They call this town a village now, but what was it in this past? I believe that village was part of Israel, or the Holy Land, since Jacob became Israel, according to Genesis 35:10, King James Bible, which means that anything with the name of Jacob was great or chosen amongst God. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob, thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. Most scholars and theologians both agree that the Garden of Eden in the Old World was in the Middle East. I agree with that East being the Old World, since we have already proven that the Americas is the Orient, Far East. Now, since the Americas is the Far East, the true Old World, the Americas, also is the land of the Bible, which means that the biblical Jacob in all religions come from the Americas. Here is further evidence of the Library of Congress demonstration that the Americas is ancient Egypt. See figure 350. The link shows North and South America as Egypt. Let's go ahead and go to 350 real quick. And now I think that is in this. Here we go. 350. 350 Egypt, a country study. 1991 map from the Library of Congress. This appears to be map of the Americas. Interesting. So that's all I have for you guys. A lot of great information in here, and a lot of great sourced information in here. There's a lot of links in here which you can go and confirm this information. If you need to pause the video, pause it. You know, I'm sorry you can't copy and paste it and put it in your link. You got to do it the old school way. But if you really want to confirm this information, if you're really interested in this stuff, you should check it out. I think this author's done a great job in proving his point, and not just saying things and not having anything to back it up with. All right. I hope you guys have a happy holidays. It's your favorite black guy from Nebraska. Excuse me, because I don't even like that black word no more, because black is not a way to describe a nation of people. We're going to go ahead with melanated. It's your favorite melanated brother from Nebraska. And yes, there are plenty of melanated people here in Nebraska. I'm out. Happy holidays.